Yeah.
You haven't any?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, we cut here. That one is.
You must cut them. You must cut these trees, don't you? No need. Yes. One time. Got it?
Rosemary?
Za'atar.
No.
This is rosemary.
Rosemary.
What is this here? And do this. Karima wants to put this up to keep the children.
For the children, so they wouldn't.
Jumping on it?
No, they wouldn't.
Not going yet, Muhammad? Huh? Got on the TV?
Sheikh Bilal, what is the name of this book you're going to speak with?
Afkasus.
I have not been in this.
It's funny.
Funny.
Maybe Jane.
Mamamla بالكرشة جورية راسي شو ده mamamla شيء عجائب معاما يعني سهر هاي سهر جاذبية هيك بتجنن tamam bugün üç yer olursa fark etmez. Şükür. Başka zaman inşallah şey erken şeye bakayım. Neyse bu sefer olmazsa sefer sizleri götürürüm. Siz buradasınız. Sakarya güzel gidiyoruz babamla.
Almanca.
Güveneceksiniz.
Almanca.
Bugün neydi? 2 yıl.
Güzel bir şey.
Amira. Amira Dagestan.
Emireymiş.
Prinsesa.
Bu işte şey bu çarşamba günü gitmek mümkün. Kim Kurşun?
Mawlana wants to look later, he wants to move now. Ya Allah, Bismillah. How did you meet Sheikh Nazim?
How did I meet Sheikh Nazim? I met him in Famagusta in Cyprus. I first met some of Sheikh Nazim's mureeds in Damascus, and how I got there is another long story. But they gave me some books about Sheikh Nazim. And I decided to take the boat from Syria to Cyprus, and on the boat I met Sheikh Hisham, and he showed me where the Islamic Center in Famagusta was, and the next night Sheikh Nazim came there and we had dinner, and that's where I met him. The thing that impressed me very much the first time meeting Sheikh Nazim was, unlike a lot of other sheikhs who presented themselves sort of as above everybody else, Sheikh Nazim insisted that he was everybody's servant, and he was serving. He made a point that he was dishing out the soup for everybody, that he was serving everybody else, that he wasn't just being there to be served and sit and be high and mighty. And it left a very different impression than what you run across other people. He was more humble and sincere.
So this is a Redwood Grove here in Santa Cruz, is it?
So it seems. And we're hoping we can make it through. Our gas tank is on empty. Our brakes are gone. And now the engine is racing. The clutch is kicking in. I mean, not the clutch. What's it called? The choke.
The choke, yes. Yeah, it takes good care of itself. Inshallah. I stopped to ask Sheikh where everybody had gone the other day, and instead of answering, he opened the door and got in, so car at least does the Sheikh's part.
Alhamdulillah. Did we see any places over there?
The mystery spot. The Santa Cruz mystery spot. From what I hear on this, it's
a mystery to me.
It's a mystery. You say we nearly went there. Who's up the
keys? Let me go get the car.
Thank you very much.
Any ideas of what direction we're headed?
What? No.
Hey, you guys! We're moving.
Yes.
And your name, Sheikh?
My name, Muhammad Ibrahim.
Muhammad Ibrahim. And you're living in
I'm living in this world.
I'm living in this world.
Hoping for the next.
Inshallah. So tell me this long story of how you came to Damascus, inshallah.
All started back in Tulsa in 1962. In the hospital there I was born. You're not really filming, are you?
Yeah. I'm filming different people, you know, their stories. If you don't want to, it's fine.
Oh, you can always... It's a classic story. I had always been interested in something spiritual. And I was also, more than most, in my senior year of high school, I was an exchange student in Europe, and that opened my eyes a little bit to different ways of doing things. And so after 2 years of junior college, not really knowing what I wanted to do, and not really, everywhere I looked, I saw nobody or nothing that I really could put my faith in, that I could follow and say, this is what I want to be, or that's who I want to be like. It's like when I reached the level of adulthood, you grow up almost idolizing those people who are older than you, and then you get that age and then you realize well, it's like this disillusionment. All your illusions are shattered at that point. You realize that everybody's really fallible. So I saw nobody that I really was interested in following, in terms, not just spiritually, but in many ways. So I thought there was a program where I could go to Europe for a work-study experience, and so I took that opportunity.
Which country?
I was going to Germany, southern part of Germany. And also at the time I was doing a lot of reading about different, I did a little bit of reading about Zen and Zen Buddhism, and I was reading a lot about Alan Watts. And on the plane over to Europe, I was reading the last book of Alan Watts. He had written it halfway, and then he died, and it was completed by his friend. And in the post-log in the book, his friend was saying that, was quoting certain things that Alan Watts had said, and made the remarks that it was somewhat ironic in Alan Watts' life that here he taught all this meditation techniques and relaxing techniques and spirituality practices, where he admitted himself that he found the only time that he could truly relax when he was drunk. And it just struck me so hypocritical that somebody is trying to teach all these techniques when they don't even know how to do it themselves. I really felt that, if I'm going to follow somebody, I need to follow somebody who's sincere, who knows what they're doing. That, when they teach something, they're teaching not from just having read about it or heard about it. They're teaching because they know that it's something they've experienced, and they know how, and they're teaching from that point of view. And I ended up, when I was working in Germany, I met a number of Turks. So I decided I was going to go, after I finished working, I traveled around Europe, and I decided I was going to go to Turkey.
Because of maybe the quality of the characters of people that you'd met, or the...
Well, there was an attraction.
The country, the pictures. I've seen some books in Turkey, and it's beautiful.
I hadn't read that much about Turkey. I was curious. I also had thought, during my travels, my original intention was, after traveling a lot, I wanted to go to Turkey, and then I thought I was going to go work on a kibbutz in Israel, because I was curious about what the situation there is. I wanted to find the truth. I was never satisfied with just hearing other people's explanations for such situations. I wanted to find out what the real situation was, not just listen to different people's opinions. And so I started on my journey down there, went through Turkey, and I would have to say it was in Konya, when I was visiting the tomb of Jalaluddin Rumi, that really was my first experience with Sufism that I can recall. And it just struck me, the serenity and the peacefulness in there, that I made that intention in my heart at that time, that I wanted to find out as much as I could about this man they called Jalaluddin Rumi. Turkey had made it a museum, and they were calling him a Turkish philosopher, which basically hid his real station and his real rank. Nice houses here. And it was from that point on, things happened gradually. I ended up visiting some of the mosques in Turkey. Really was impressed with them. The Turkish character really was impressive. That no matter how much they had left Islam in terms of practices, still much of the adab was still with them. And so when they would see a stranger, a traveling stranger, they would go out of their way to try to make them feel welcome. I was walking on a beach with a friend one time, another European, and we passed by two Turkish fishermen who were eating a very meager lunch. They just had a little bit of bread and a little bit of cheese and some olives. But they absolutely refused to let us go by any farther without sharing and partaking in their lunch. It was hardly enough for them, but they insisted on sharing it. And that, when you see something like that, it leaves a good feeling with you. The barakah of Islam still has a tremendous effect on people living in Islamic countries. I had made the intention I had heard so many stories about Syria that I originally made intention of only staying 1 week in Syria. I ended up staying there for 1 year.
Oh my goodness.
So we make plans, but Allah also makes plans, and Allah's plans are the ones who really take precedence. When I accelerate, the yellow light goes on all the way.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Our plans can be changed, but the last plans
they are taking precedence.
Were you interested in any of the, I've heard that there is a wonderful music festival in Konya each year.
Well, it looked interesting, but I wasn't there at the time. So I ended up traveling further and went to Syria. Went first to Aleppo, and I just went to the main mosque in Aleppo and just sat there doing meditation and just got such a good feeling. I didn't go there and do prayers or anything, but I just sat meditating.
You had not yet decided to become a Muslim at that point. Well, is that what you
My
mean?
spirit, my true spiritual self probably had.
Yeah.
But I was not conscious of that at that time. I just found there were many things attractive. My mind would resist it. I remember one conversation I had with another American in Damascus, and he was talking about a revival of religiousness in the Arab world, and I thought it was ridiculous. But yet at the same time, my heart was becoming more and more attracted to the religion and enjoying it more. From Aleppo, I went to Latakia, and in Latakia,
Where is that? Is that also in Syria?
that's also in Syria. It's on the coast.
Oh.
I met some Romanians on the bus to Latakia, and so when I arrived in Latakia, we just visited the harbor quickly. They had to go on, and I was going to stay for a few days. And at the harbor, one of the Romanians met a Syrian who had worked on a Romanian ship. And so they spoke, and he asked them if he could find a place for me to stay. And the Syrian's brother was studying English at the university there, and so he arranged for me to stay at his house that night. Complete stranger.
Yes.
And I ended up spending 3 weeks there. I was adopted by the university and the English department because they all wanted to practice their English out on me. But during that time, and every night somebody would invite me over to their house for dinner. I was almost a celebrity. But during the time, the real lasting thing for me is there's a number of people who opened up and spoke to me about Islam. And what impressed me the most is they said, don't look at us, we're not good Muslims. But Islam itself is a good religion. And that openness that they're admitting that they don't feel that they're doing themselves right with the way they're acting. Left a good impression. And before I left, one of them gave me a Quran that had the Yusuf Ali translation with it. And when I went to Damascus, it's just like one step just happened after another. The pieces just fell into place. I just started reading the Quran. I met somebody who was taking me around town and took me to visit the mosques. When I was in Latakia, there were a couple people who showed me how to who took me to Juma prayers. They wanted to take me to Friday prayers, so they showed me how to wash first. Can you put your arm out the window so we can get over there? Thank you. We're gonna have to stop pretty soon to get gas.
Yeah.
The car's running cooler now because we don't have the air conditioning on.
Yes. Yeah, I wasn't aware that it had turned on again. It's broken.
And it's not. You hear it's not making the noise.
Yes. Yeah. I'm pretty impressed actually because the last time we turned that on, the compressor is actually seized, so it just burned the previous bell. I'm surprised we didn't hear a terrible smell. It's not a terrible smell. Yeah, I think I have a yearning to go and visit some of the mosques too. Not only because now I know a little about Islam, but I just love the architecture and the tile work and the beauty of the calligraphy.
Yeah, and it was at that point where I just slowly started doing more of the practices. I was staying in a hotel. I had started doing prayers pretty regularly. I don't think I was doing the evening prayer and wasn't doing the morning prayer. But I never went officially and said Shahada anywhere. I just started doing it.
Because
Nobody told me, oh, you have to say Shahada before you can do it. It's something that just sort of happened gradually. I'd been reading the Quran a little bit, And there's a passages where it says, you know, that those who do good deeds and will be rewarded for it. And I just, in my heart, I made the intention that I should be one of those.
But you didn't maybe feel that it was just that you were doing it for some kind of a reward, no?
No, it's just...
Was it satisfaction you were getting from?
That's what it was. You know, the reward doesn't have to be something material. The reward can be something just a feeling, spiritual cleaning. That in itself can be a reward. You know, the part about heaven and hell, I didn't worry about hell, and I wasn't thinking only about, oh, heaven, heaven. There was something more than that. I wanted more than just heaven and hell. In my heart, I wanted the true satisfaction. There were, at times when I first started my journey, I would reflect upon it myself. When I first started this trip to Europe, because I spent after I finished working in Germany, I spent the first few months bicycling around Europe, which gave me plenty of time for self-reflection. And I likened my journey almost to that of there's a famous Greek mythology image of a man, one of the famous philosophers, searching for a man of wisdom, holding a lamp, looking for a man of wisdom. And I felt in a way that's what I was looking for a wise man. And I wasn't always conscious of that, but there were times when I would reflect that would seem like what I was doing. Sheikh, we're going out of town.
Oh.
What?
What does the fuel light look like now?
The film light?
Fuel light.
It's blinking more often. Yeah. It's not solid yellow yet.
Good. Give it a little while.
There's still some hope?
Yes, there's always hope. There may even be some gas around the corners.
We could always hitch a ride with.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Let's just put ourselves in neutral.
My connection came through Omar Ali.
Have you seen Omar recently?
I haven't seen him, but many people have asked about him, and
have you heard?
He has heard that Sheikh is here.
He's still in Davis, or?
He's still in Woodland, yes. Thank you, Sheikh Mohammed. Where are we now? Is this
We're in some Redwood Park in Santa Cruz.
Bak ne kadar büyüktü bunun kökü. Böyle sarmıştı. Bir tane.
O kadar büyükler ortasına ya yıldırım ya açtı yıldırım.
Bahattin nerede? Çek. not enough rain. Little rain. Yeah, here.
How this tree is leaving and little rain.
When in the morning the fog comes from the ocean, the fog comes and catches on the leaves and falls to the ground.
Gördün? Yağmur yağmaz ama o sabah kakan denizden gelen şey var ya, çiğ. Çiğ bunların üstüne konuluyor. Sonra bunun üstünden yağmur gibi yer bunu kökleri alır.
Zaten şeyden de alır.
Yaprakta durmaz dedi. Yapraktan aşağıya yağmur gibi yağar. Tayta.
Kökleri de çok derin değilmiş yerin altında. Yerin yüzündeymiş kökleri.
Şey diyor, besleniyor Allah'ın.
You know what?
This.
Oh, this one maybe 300, 500. These ones 300, 500.
This.
Very big ones. Very big ones. This is second growth. There's 3 growths. The very old ones, the second ones, they're babies, and the third young ones.
Show us.
These ones are second growth. Maybe first or second growth.
Hey. Doctor? Yes, sir. Where you are going to pray?
Dr. Munir,
Maybe
there is a meadow at the end of this.
Duramaz bu kadar hadi canım. Oradan kısalar bunu. Onlar yaşlandıkça kökler çürür.
Nasıl düştü hala?
Nadim Ibrahim.
Saladin.
Saladin.
Sheikh Saladin.
Yeah.
Really, Holy Spirit, light.
له الملك وله الحمد يحيي ويميت وهو على كل شيء قدير سبحان ربي العلي الأعلى الوهاب.
العزيز الغفور الذي خلق سبع سماوات طباقا ما ترى في خلق الرحمن من تفاوت وارجع البصر هل ترى من فتور ثم ارجع البصر كرتين ينقلب إليك البصر خاسئا وهو حسير ولقد زينا السماء الدنيا بمصابيح وجعلنا رجوما للشياطين واعتدنا لهم عذاب السعير وللذين كفروا بربهم عذاب جهنم وبئس المصير إذا ألقوا فيها سمعوا لها شهيقا وهي تفور تكاد تميز من الغيظ كلما ألقي فيها فمن سأله خزنتها ألم يأتكم نذير قالوا بلى قد جاءنا نذير وكذبنا وكنا نزل الله من شيء أنتم إلا في ضلال كبير وقالوا لو كنا نسمع أو نعقل ما كنا في أصحاب السعير فاعترفوا بذنبهم وسوقا لأصحاب السعير إن الذين يخشون ربهم بالغيب لهم مغفرة وأجر كبير وأسروا قولكم أو اجهروا به إنه عليم بذات الصدور لا يعلم ما خلق وهو اللطيف الخبير هو الذي جعل لكم الأرض ذلولا فامشوا في مناكبها وكلوا من رزقه وإليه النشور أمنتم من في السماء أن يصف بكم الأرض وإذا هي تمور أم أمنتم من في السماء أن يرسل عليكم عاصفا وستعلمون كيف نذير ولقد كذب الذين من قبلهم فكيف كان نكير ولم يروا إلى الطير وقوم صافات ويقبض ما يمسكهن إلا الرحمن إنه بكل شيء بصير من هذا الذي هو جند لكم ينصركم من دون الرحمن إن الكافرون إلا في غرور أمن هذا الذي يرزق ينزل رزقه واللجوء يعتو ونفور أفمن يمشي مكبا على وجهه هذا من يمشي سويا على صراط مستقيم قل هو الذي أنشأه وجعله السمع والأبصار ولم يكن قليلا ما تشكرون قل هو الذي ذراكم في الأرض وإليه تحشرون ويقولون متى هذا الوعد إن كنتم صادقين قل إنما العلم عند الله وإنما أنا نذير مبين فلما رأوا ذلوا سيئت وجوه الذين كفروا وقيل هذا الذي كنتم به تدعون قل أرأيتم إن أهلكني الله ومن معي أو رحمنا فمن يجير الكافرين عن عذاب أليم قل هو الرحمن وآمنا به وعليه توكلنا أستعلمون من هو في ضلال مبين قل أرأيتم إن أصبح ماؤكم غورا فمن يأتيهم بماء معين الله تعالى ربنا ورب العالمين الله أكبر.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل أعوذ برب الفلق من شر ما خلق ومن شر غاسق إذا وقب ومن شر النفاثات في العقد ومن شر حاسد إذا حسد الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل أعوذ برب الناس ملك الناس إله الناس من شر الوسواس الخناس الذي يوسوس في صدور الناس من الجنة والناس. الله أكبر. لا إله إلا الله لا إله محمد وعلى آل محمد وسلم. صل يا ربي وسلم على جميع الأنبياء والمرسلين وعلى كل أجمعين والحمد لله رب العالمين.
على أشرف العالمين سيدنا محمد الصلوات. على أفضل العالمين سيدنا محمد الصلوات. على أكمل العالمين سيدنا محمد الصلوات. صلوات الله تعالى وملائكته وأنبيائه ورسله وجميع خلقه على محمد وعلى آل محمد عليه وعليهم السلام ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. ورضي الله تبارك وتعالى عن سادتنا أصحاب رسول الله أجمعين وعن التابعين بهم بإحسان وعن الأئمة المجتهدين الماضين وعن العلماء المتقين وعن الأولياء الصالحين وعن مشايخنا للطريقة النقشبندية العلية قدس الله تعالى أرواحه الزكية ونور الله تعالى ذريته المباركة وأعان الله تعالى علينا من بركاته وفي وضعتهم دائما والحمد لله رب العالمين.
فاتحة. صل على سيدنا محمد النبي وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد ولله الحمد. إلى حضرة النبي المصطفى وعلى آنية الشفاء ودفع البلاء ورفع الغلاء والنصر على الأعداء على آنية الفتن والفرج عن المسلمين أمواتنا وأموات المسلمين والصديقين. الفاتحة.
السلام عليكم.
عليكم السلام. How are you? Thank you. God bless. God bless. Gabriel? Gabriel? You like candy? Hey.
Daireyi tamamlayacağız. Tekrar aynı yere getiririz.
Öyle mi?
Allahu Hak. Allahu Hak. Allahu Hak.
Hasbunallahu ve ni'mel vekil. La havle ve la kuvvete illa billahil aliyyil azim. İlâ hadratin nebiyyi sallallahu aleyhi ve sellem aleyhi ve ashabihi kiram. İhvani minel enbiyâi vel murselîn ve hudemâi şerâi'ihim. ve ila arvâhi immetil ervâ ve ila arvâhi meşâyikhina fi tarîkati Naqshbandiyyetil aliyye khâsaten ila ruhil imâmet tarîkati ve gavsil halîka Hâce Behâuddin Naqshband Muhammed Reis Bukhari Hazreti Üstadına Sultan Evliya Abdullah Dağıstan Abdülkadir Rujuvani Sıddıkîn el-Fatiha.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Hey kid.
Welcome.
I'm a stranger. Who are you? It's like I'm a stranger. Oh,
Hey, you're on film.
Couldn't get away, man.
I told you runs too fast.
Is that the first time you meet the Sheikh?
I was just wondering.
I did it though with Sheikh Zayd.
It's a different kind.
Taking away the roof.
You haven't taken away the roof. You take away the setup, but just go
Wait for him.
Where is your father? Come with us. Open it.
Yeah, they want to wolf or something.
Okay, give us this one too for 1
Come
minute.
with me. Yeah, give it. It's not mine.
Okay, never mind. But
Just for a minute, you bring it back. Ay,
Bharat, where are you going? Bharat?
They never came out.
Where are you going?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
The trees swallowed them up.
أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأشهد أن محمدا رسول الله.
She's coming out. Get out of the way.
Asham, go out.
Go out. You.
Cameraman. MashaAllah.
It smells like it's been burnt.
You went in? You know.
قاعدة ورا الشيخ هشام بتفضل.
Finished. Showtime is finished. That's a tourist train. It's not a different.
Roll like that.
I want it. I see the real thing. I can't pick it up that one. There.
it's yeah. If
We need good people, sure.
Connie. Redwood Trees. It's 89 million years.
There's a big house. Yeah. So this practically goes down now. They were cut.
Oh, Dad, I didn't know you. That kind of strip. Where did they find the butterfly? Let's see if we can find the butterfly that we found today.
Did this get
That
good?
was good. I think that's
Number 7.
number 4.
4 and 7. Sister. Boyfriends.
I wonder where they found them.
Excuse me, video.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم صلى الله على سيدنا ومولانا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وأزواجه وذريته كما صليت على سيدنا إبراهيم وبارك على سيدنا محمد وأزواجه وذريته كما باركت على آل سيدنا إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله كما صليت على سيدنا إبراهيم وبارك على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد كما باركت على آل سيدنا إبراهيم في العالمين إنك حميد مجيد. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وآل سيدنا محمد كما صليت على سيدنا إبراهيم، وبارك على سيدنا محمد وآل سيدنا محمد كما باركت على سيدنا إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد.
And he brought peace and joy. And you know what? You heard about Jesus? You heard about Jesus? Joshua. Yeah. I found Christ. I found
What's
Jesus.
your name?
My name is Jan Emmanuel.
Good name.
Iman.
Jam Imam.
Iman.
Iman.
So you'll have a look like that and then
You don't know who he is. Really, you should respect. You really should respect.
I don't
I'm
see
not
you on
saying.
this side of the river,
He
folks.
said Iman. I said Iman.
Oh, you said Iman.
It was a good name.
You are giving him good name.
Yeah.
I'm just saying respect.
Once we cross the river,
You never know who
what
people
happens? He will not ask me, talking about you or a Muslim, or am I a Catholic or a Jew? You know what he will say? He'll say, what did you do with what you know was right? What did you do with it?
Yes.
Isn't it true?
This is the Quran.
Thank you. Thank you.
Interesting man. I'm gonna revoke your license.
That's not successful.
You are never like to
Did you just get her?
You look like you're getting some good footage.
Yeah.
Is this a religious movement or?
Çünkü rüzgar o tarafa esiyor. Rüzgar o tarafa götürüyor. Ha yok o çok
İnsanlarmış oraya. Ama şey de var.
Kuşlar da var beraber.
Pelikan var. Pelikan.
Pelikan kuşu da var.
So if it weren't foggy at all, right, you'd see the tip over there of Pacific Grove, right, and then Monterey and Carmel, and then I live boom over there. I live about halfway between Carmel and Big Sur, which is amazing. The North Carolina? No, I mean I don't know.
عشرات منين من
هيدي امرار بكون الموج عالي 3-4 امتار. Boy, you thought every ammo was
İşte gördün nasıl çıkıyoruz mu?
Did you tell him about it?
So can you use pirate ship? Yeah. We're just riding here in America, it's like a pirate ship, like the same kind of boat and stuff. Except it goes upside down.
So you're
Check below. Assalamu alaikum. I'm going to Disneyland. You're not going to Santa Cruz to the boardwalk?
Allahu Akbar. Bismillahir Rahmaanir Rahiim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin. Rahmaanir Rahiim. Malik Yawmiddin. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. قل الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا صراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. والعصر إن الإنسان لا يفلح إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. لا إله إلا الله. لا إله إلا الله. لا إله إلا الله. محمد رسول الله. Astaghfirullah, astaghfirullah, astaghfirullah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi. La ilaha illallah wahdahu la sharika lahu. Lahu al-mulku wa lahu al-hamdu wa huwa ala kulli shay'in qadir. Sama'na wa ata'na ghufranaka rabbana wa alayka as-salam.
Bismillahir Rahmaanir Rahiim. وإذا لهم واحد لا إله إلا هو الرحمن الرحيم لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم. يا عزيز سبحان الله. لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له والملك له الحمد يحيي ويميت وعلى كل شيء قدير. سبحان ربي العلي الوهاب.
الفاتحة. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل أعوذ برب الفلق من شر ما خلق ومن شر غاسق إذا وقب ومن شر النفاثات في العقد ومن شر حاسد إذا حسد. الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل أعوذ برب الناس ملك الناس إله الناس من شر وسواس الناس الذي يوسوس في صدور الناس من الجنة والناس. الله أكبر. لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد وسلم. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد وسلم. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد وسلم. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد وسلم. اللهم صل على محمد الصفات عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين. الفاتحة. الفاتحة.
صلاة الجنازة الجنازة
صلاة الجنازة. من الغاية من الوجوه.
الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد الله أكبر بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين. إلى حضرة النبي صلى الله تعالى عليه وسلم وآله وأصحابه الكرام وإلى أرواح آبائنا وأمهاتنا وحضرات وسجل تكلون الفاتحة. الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله. حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح قد قامت الصلاة قد قامت الصلاة الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله.
علي مواطن الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. إن الله اصطفى آدم ونوحا وآل إبراهيم وآل عمران على العالمين ذرية بعضها من بعض والله سميع عليم. إذ قالت امرأة عمران رب إني نذرت لك ما في بطني محررا فتقبل مني إنك أنت السميع العليم. فلما وضعتها قالت رب إني وضعتها أنثى والله أعلم بما وضعت وليس الذكر كالأنثى وإني سميتها مريم وإني أعيذها بك وذريتها من الشيطان الرجيم. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. فتقبلها ربها بقبول حسن وأنبتها نباتا حسنا وكفلها زكريا كلما دخل عليها زكريا المحراب وجد عندها رزقا قال يا مريم أنى لك هذا قالت هو من عند الله إن الله يرزق من يشاء بغير حساب. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. بسم الله الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. لا إله إلا الله. لا إله إلا الله. لا
اللهم أنت السلام ومنك السلام تبارك وتعاليت يا ذا الجلال والإكرام. سمعنا وأطعنا غفرانك ربنا وإليك المصير. على رسولنا صلوات. سبحان الله والحمد لله ولا إله إلا الله والله أكبر ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. وإلهكم إله واحد لا إله إلا هو الرحمن الرحيم. سبحانك يا عظيم سبحان الله. دائما الحمد لله. تعالى شانه ولا إله غيره. الله أكبر. كبيرا واحدا لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له الملك وله الحمد يحيي ويميت وهو على كل شيء قدير. وعلى ربي علي الآن والغاب. الحمد لله رب العالمين. الفاتحة.
أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أستغفر الله. أستغفر الله من كل ذنب ومعصية، من كل ما يخالف دين الإسلام عما واحد. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. تبارك الذي بيده الملك وهو على كل شيء قدير. الذي خلق الموت والحياة ليبلوكم أيكم أحسن عملا وهو العزيز الغفور. الذي خلق سبع سماوات طباقا ما ترى في خلق الرحمن من تفاوت فارجع البصر هل ترى من فطور. ثم ارجع البصر كرتين ينقلب إليك البصر خاسئا وهو حسير. ولقد زينا السماء الدنيا بمصابيح وجعلناها رجوما للشياطين وأعتدنا لهم عذاب السعير. وللذين كفروا بربهم عذاب جهنم وبئس المصير. إذا ألقوا فيها سمعوا لها شهيقا وهي تفور تكاد تميز من الغيظ كلما ألقي فيها فوج سألهم خزنتها ألم يأتكم نذير. قالوا بلى قد جاءنا نذير فكذبنا وقالوا لو كنا نسمع أو نعقل ما كنا في أصحاب السعير فاعترفوا بذنبهم وسوقا لأصحاب السعير إن الذين يخشون ربهم بالغيب لهم مغفرة وأجر كبير وأسروا قولكم أو اجهروا به إنه عليم بذات الصدور ألا يعلم ما خلق وهو اللطيف الخبير هو الذي جعل لكم الأرض ذلولا فامشوا في مناكبها وكلوا من رزقه وإليه النشور آمنتم من في السماء أن يخسف بكم الأرض فإذا هي تمور أم أمنتم من في السماء أن يرسل عليكم حاصبا فستعلمون كيف نذير ولقد كذب الذين من قبلهم فكيف كان نكير أولم يروا إلى الطير فوقهم صافات ويقبض ما يمسكون إلا الرحمن إنه بكل شيء بصير أمن هذا الذي هو جند لكم ينصركم من دون الرحمن إن الكافرون إلا في غرور أمن هذا الذي يرزقكم إن أمسك رزقه بل لجوا في عتو ونفور أفمن يمشي مكبا على وجهه أهدى أمن يمشي سويا على صراط مستقيم قل هو الذي أنشأكم وجعل لكم السمع والأبصار والأفئدة قليلا ما تشكرون قل هو الذي ذراكم في الأرض وإليه تحشرون ويقولون متى هذا الوعد إن كنتم صادقين قل إنما العلم عند الله وإنما أنا نذير مبين فلما رأوا زلفا سيئت وجوه الذين كفروا وقيل هذا الذي كنتم به تدعون قل أرأيتم إن أهلكني الله ومن معي أو رحمنا فمن يجير الكافرين من عذاب أليم قل هو الرحمن وآمنا به وعليه توكلنا وسيعلمون من هو في ضلال مبين قل أرأيتم إن أصبح ماؤكم غورا فمن يأتيكم بماء معين الله تعالى ربنا ورب العالمين آمنا بالله صدق الله ربنا العظيم الله أكبر
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل أعوذ برب الفلق من شر ما خلق ومن شر غاسق إذا وقب ومن شر النفاثات في العقد ومن شر حاسد إذا حسد الله أكبر بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل أعوذ برب الناس ملك الناس إله الناس من شر الوسواس الخناس الذي يوسوس في صدور الناس لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله
لا إله إلا الله سيدنا ونبينا محمد رسول الله صلى الله تعالى عليه وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد وسلم رب العالمين على أشرف العالمين سيدنا محمد صلوات على أفضل العالمين سيدنا محمد صلوات على أكبر العالمين سيدنا محمد صلوات صلوات الله تعالى وملائكته وأنبيائه ورسله وجميع خلقه على محمد وعلى آل محمد عليه وعليهم السلام ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته ورضي الله تبارك وتعالى عن سادتنا أصحاب رسول الله أجمعين وعن التابعين بهم بإحسان وعن الأئمة المجتهدين الماضين وعن العلماء المتقين وعن الأولياء الصالحين وعن مشايخنا من طريقة النقشبندية العلية قدس الله تعالى رواه زكيا ونور الله تعالى حياته المباركة وأعان الله تعالى علينا من بركاته وفيوضاته الدائمة والحمد لله رب العالمين.
الفاتحة. فاتحة.
تكبير تكبير تكبير الله أكبر
الله أكبر.